Select pilot. Faction, Cradle's Graces, Self-Ship Kroon Makla. Cradle's Graces ultimate weapon pilot. Even if Earth has given up a new life for humanity in space, Cradle's Graces hasn't. And Pluto will make that dream come true. Likes, succulents, good girls, crushing, both kinds. Everyone. Dislikes, is trying very hard to not have any. Faction, Celestial Mechanics, Self-Ship String of Pearls. Celestial Mechanics Reserve Test Pilot Celestial Mechanics wants to advance humanity. Celestial Mechanics wants to advance humanity to its next stage, and Saturn wants to flirt. But there's no reason we can't do both. Combat style, button mashing. Bedroom style, button mashing. Oh my god. Oh my god, girl, don't button mash. Don't button mash. Faction, Memorial Foundation. Self-Ship, Mare Chrysium. Memorial Foundation Ace Pilot. Fighting for the pilots to join the rest of humanity back on Earth before it's too late. Good at sniping, espionage, double-crossing, ghosting. Bad at loving herself, everything else. I like Saturn the best. Who do you like the best? Alright, we're playing through the game with Saturn. I know, that is horrible bedside manner. Girl, learn some technique. Learn some combo moves. Some OP attacks. Some special attacks. Get your shit down, girl. Get it down. Welcome Provisional Test Pilot Saturn. Your clearance is level 1, testing and maintenance. Warning, potential damage to cockpit hardware detected. Warning, modifying or tampering with cockpit hardware or firmware is strictly prohibited. Mercury. Saturn, what are you doing? Notice, bypass override accepted. Notice, launch attempt blocked, no handshake with base. Oh, hey Mercury. Not much. Warning, launch attempt blocked, base handshake spoof detected. Just hacking the OS root of this self-ship. Ship self. You? Base handshake. Base handshake accepted. Trying to stop some brat from hijacking the prototype, apparently. Emergency launch override initiated. Prepare a launch in T-minus 120 seconds. Calm down, Mercury. I'm just borrowing it. I'm not debating. I'm trying to save your life. The commander will be furious, and he won't just accept you for stealing the cornerstone project from the designated pilot. It's not a big deal. I'll have it back before you know it. This is privileged information, but the designated pilot has to launch right this second to get the machine back to Earth before they get here. This is the worst possible time. It couldn't be worse if you planned it. Everyone in the system suddenly knows this base's location and they're heading here now. Notice, user launch override blocked, denied by base. Oh, wow, weird. How'd that happen? User launch override blocked, denied by base. Mercury. Notice, user launch override blocked, denied by base. You planned it, didn't you? You forgot an apostrophe. Base override, remote shutdown in 30 seconds. No one can prove anything, especially not the designated pilot unconscious in Locker 27. Whoops, looks like they're trying to kick me out, huh? Saturn, I know you're mad, but you can't do this when they catch you. It's going to be so bad. Can you just please act like you're just pranking them? There's still time. I will beg them. Oh, such a worry. We got hours to evacuate to the capital ship. They'll never engage you this far from base, and I'll be distracting them. I have it all figured out. Except for how you're going to do anything at all to accomplish that with everyone here trying to kill you. No space override remote shutdown in 20 seconds. Saturn. Try to have a little faith. Remote shutdown in 15 seconds. Saturn. Calm down, geez. It doesn't take a genius to drive one of these things to the moon. Who cares which one of us does it? Or do you think I can't? Remote shutdown in 10 seconds. That is not the issue. The commander cares, and you know better than anyone what he's like. 9 seconds. Ipetus will have to just get used to it. LOL. 8 seconds. Saturn, what are you trying to prove? 7 seconds. 6 seconds. So much, Mercury. 5 seconds. But give me a little credit. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. I have much higher ambitions than being just some bitch. If sequence missing. Base override cancelled. I almost got worried for a sec. Hello. Welcome, assigned pilot. Full permissions granted. Saturn, I'm gonna die and it will be your fault. Oh, come on. I'll get this to the moon safe and sound. And let those Severance project be complete. I'll be very good, maybe, and do everything I'm supposed to. Maybe. I know I'm the second choice, but they'd rather have that than nothing, right? Very generous of me, isn't it? They will not accept that. They will sort of have to, though, won't they? If Command didn't want me to steal one, they shouldn't have benched me indefinitely. Emergency launch initiated. Let me know when he starts at midnight. Warning, hostile launch. Catapult locks on. High risk of damage to your ship self. Geez, now they're just being needy. Mercury isn't just the worst. Mercury, isn't it just the worst when someone who doesn't care anymore starts clinging just because you found someone new? Notice, prepping weapon systems. Electrotoxins levels surging. Weapons operational. So gross, lol. Emergency launch initiated. Can't believe I really did it. I really, really, really did it. Anyone who said if I was good enough I'd get my chance again sure was a liar. I got away and I've got a ship and she's all mine. You're beautiful. I want to know everything about you. I miss this so much. Much better than the test machines when I was in the academy. It is the worst when you fart, Sam, but I wouldn't know because I've never smelt it. So, therefore, I doubt it. She's beautiful. She's a wicked machine with lots of secrets, and just as giddy as her pilot to be free. She's extremely responsive, eager to do everything Saturn wants. What exactly am I looking at here? I like it. Is this furry art? I like it. You're even worth reading the manual for. What's in you? You're not hiding anything from me, are you? But Saturn already knows everything in the manual and more. It's a very cagey document that doesn't do the ship justice and is certainly hiding something. There's plenty of information on how to use her electromagnetic poisons and how to cheat distance and gravity, and all that is fun, but none of that tells her the first thing about how to be a ship. This is useless. How can this help diagnose anything when they don't know the first thing about being a ship? So wrong. Way too dry. It's not what it's like at all. It's a body that's also a soul. It means exactly what it is. That's why it's small, curved in wicked edges in some places, but curved in soft ways elsewhere. Sharp claws and deadly tail, but cute enough to hug. So perfectly suited for Saturn, one has to understand why exactly they wouldn't give it to her. Really perfect. Fits better than a human body. There's reason enough to disobey everyone and run off with it, isn't it? Well, speaking of... more threatening emails from Ipetus. Missing me already. I gave him a perfectly good deal. For someone who always goes on about how mutually beneficial arrangements, he's really having trouble seeing the big picture. In the time it takes him to realize that, I'm sure I can find something fun to do in this system. Time to test you out and see if it's really true. Can you give me anything I want, down to the last drop? It's January 1st, 1980, and the long and cold war, where humanity united against its nemesis, an existential threat from beyond the stars, has been over for a long time. Since the 50s, we have been fighting a war against extraterrestrial, existential threat that we cannot understand, cannot perceive, and is powerless against the technology of Earth. That is a pretty stupid sort of war to fight, isn't it? When there's enough of a mess down here to worry about. Humanity is already undisputed authority of reality, and we have the physics to prove it. It's time to return to Earth, our home, the seat of the universe, before Earth takes us back in pieces. Let's go home with grace. On the first anniversary of decommissioning of the International Space Program, we, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety, in agreement with our home planet's unanimous decision, declare there is no future for humanity in space. Let's come home. The Return Resolution. Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety. Well, that was depressing. It's January 1st, 1981. It's been 1 year since we declared independence from Memorial Foundation and the rest of the Earth. The Cold War is finally over, and it feels so light without their gravity weighing us down. How can a tiny handful of colonies, terraformers, and schools hold out against the full authority of Earth? Because that shit doesn't fly past escape velocity. To power the ship selves we made to fight the Cold War, we made tidal resonators to bring the gravity necessary for humans and culture to survive in space. And that gravity is ours now, enough to make a new world free from the weight of Earth. If Memorial Foundation wants to kill the future, they'll have to come and take it from us. We're thankful for our Cradle's graces, but we're not coming back. Independent Declaration, Cradle's graces. It's January 5th, 1981. Memorial Foundation and Cradle Graces have been having fun for a little over a year and nothing is breaking the stalemate. Earth is getting impatient. They have a good reason to believe that the existential threat posed by divided humanity in space is much greater than any theoretically malevolent entity outside the native sphere. While the kids are fighting, Earth is getting ready to list the humans remaining in space as part of the existential threat, and when they do, they'll send real weapons and end this war fought with plastic toys. Their justification? We are technically less than 100% human, just not human enough to be something else. It's hard to believe they're really on to us. It's time to make a drastic move. Sam, no! Sam, no! Sam, no! It's time to make a drastic move. Bring our final piece, the prototype ship self-string of pearls we made in the atmosphere of planet Cronus, which will never be Saturn, to the lunar gravity well, where Memorial Foundation and Cradle's graces are already headed. Whoever controls that place controls human access to space. We can be sure everything will be in place there. Earth or space, we are just short of 100% human. So let's just see how less than 100% we can get. Day 1. You're laughing. I am laughing. Saturn return. The strange gravity of the abandoned Daphnis lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But what are they after, and what will they get it? Huh. Joyride Killjoy. We've been in and out of the Six Planet Rings. Memorial Foundation's ace, Luna Terra, plays cat and mouse with the renegade ship's thief, Saturn. Huh. Don't talk to me. You literally messaged me first, you nerd. I'm like, G. Harpy. Come on, baby. I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up to you? Give back the ship. Come on, I'm obviously not doing that. Please, I'm begging you. Listen to reason. You have so much left to live for. Oh, Mercury, come on. We both know that's not true. What do you want from me? A list of girls who will shoot me out of orbit? God. Anyways, don't be a crybaby. I'm fine. Saturn, you are extremely wrong if you think that there is a chance I am at all worried about you. If you come back, all will be forgiven, but you need to bring it back. Mercury, it's fun playing, but I don't think you've been listening at all. Mercury, it's not that ship anymore. It's me. Mercury, you wouldn't ask me to give up my own self, would you? I'm sailing on a ship of myself now, and I'm not giving it back up until gravity drags me back kicking and screaming. I can't deal with you. Aw, thank you, baby. Kiss, kiss. You are a nightmare and I'm giving up trying to save you from yourself. I love you. I hate you so much. You can't stay mad at me. I can't, and it's horrible, but my revenge will come because literally everyone else in the universe can. Oh darn. Guess I should have fun while it lasts. Saturn, if you defect, I can't protect you. Opidus is furious, and he's going to come personally for you if you don't come back. I told you I'd do all the missions. What? Don't you believe me? Obviously not. LOL, fair. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think I'd give up on the Everson project? Go on. Impetus wanted us to fight for a new self beyond a ship self, but not even get a taste until the end? Fuck that. My house now. This is my house. Tell me which of the two of us you trust less, Mercury. Okay, I guess Mercury's done talking to me. Okay, I was just reading, I guess all the stuff. Awesome. Alignment. There's an alignment chart. Interesting. Mail and alert. Good job, Saturn. There's no point in being angry with you, so I'll choose to be proud of you instead. I'll refrain from having you sunk, since that's counterproductive to our intentions for that unit. You were a reserve candidate after all, so you'll do fine. Try not to make it too much of a pain in the ass for me. I'll have Mercury reassigned to you, since he apparently doesn't have a say in the matter. How nostalgic. The two of you had so much potential. Well, he knows how to do his job at least. Do your best not to get the string of pearls sunk. We'll absolutely wash you out of the biological interface and reassign you permanently if we get the chance, so prove you're competent enough and neither of us will have wasted our time. Okay. Mission select. I feel that, Sam. I also align with being a fucking weirdo freak. I think we're gonna do Saturn Return. Oh yeah, no, Saturn, somebody who is reckless enough to steal a giant mech, slash spaceship. It's, that's not cool. You don't steal things like that. There's a lot of things you can steal. That's not one of them. Launch. What do you mean I can feel her presence? Please don't try to sound that cool. I can feel her presence. Everyone can feel her presence. I can feel it right now. How could you even possibly ignore something like that? Shut up. I mean, I can feel it physically. So this is Mercury and Saturn. Oh. Wait, what? Like how? Like I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's like I'm spinning upside down and can't stop. Are you sure you haven't somehow concussed yourself or given yourself gravity sickness from all the damage you've managed to inflict on yourself in the past 12 hours? Yes, and on top of all that, also shut up. Sugar Pearls is feeding me sensory information on the direct line. I'm a human being with 5 senses and she's trying to cram a dozen more into me. By direct line, you are in fact talking about the extremely creepy physical interface connection between you and the string of pearls, correct? It really, really is, right? It's truly incredible how we agree about everything and still feel the opposite about it. Is this why you keep hesitating before giving me intel? Yes, because you're going to do the opposite of what you should do with it, but I also can't not tell you because you might die, so running support for you is incredibly anxiety-inducing and fair. It must be hard. Thank you for acknowledging it. So you're going to tell me what's after me? Why do these characters look like Steven Universe knockoff OCs? You've already figured it out, haven't you? But yes, it's that Cradle Grace's masterwork. Celestial mechanics traded the knowledge for how to finish String of Pearls in exchange for what they need to finish the Krum Makala. It would be pretty funny if they got it this way in the end. I'm telling you, Sam, but this art style, it was appealing at first, and now I can't unsee that this character looks like they belong on Cartoon Network in the year 2017. Sorry, Mercury, I just had to read you like that. Anyway, it's headed directly to the lab. We've already evacuated on the capital ship, but you are its highest priority. Should I play bait? If anything, it's more important for you to get back to the native sphere first. Schmorg! Schmorgs is here! Schmorg, it's so good to see you. How are you doing, dear? It is so nice to see you. How are you doing? So nice to see you. In order for us to make contact, we need the string of pearls. We believe if you hide in the abandoned Daphnis lab, you can use the decaying gravity furnace for cover. Oh, that's sensible. But bait sounds like a lot more fun, you know? Really? Oh, come on. Impetus must think their pilot is a real idiot if she's going to waste her time on a wild goose chase like that. He wouldn't just sacrifice you like that. He would. There must be backups for making contact. Just because I'm the easiest option doesn't mean I'm the only one. He's testing to see if I'm worth investing in or just going to get myself killed. Why run? Why not have it out with her? I bet she's thinking the same thing too. Be careful, Saturn. If you can tell what they're thinking, they can tell what you're thinking. If you can tell what they're thinking, they can tell what you're thinking. Okay, at first I fucked that up. Please, if I could really do something like that, they wouldn't have kicked me out of the pilots. And how do you know the pilot's a she? Because boys can't pilot. Daphnis, the tiny shepherd moon, so small it barely earns the name, tumbles through the Kellercrap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of Earth's decommissioned space program, training ground of failures like Saturn and special girls like Pluto. Just called Saturn a failure. Saturn remembers it feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. And wait, Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers when it used to feel so special to be chosen, candidate for the last generation of pilots. But didn't Pluto feel that way too? Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity is quietly degenerating and distances are becoming ambiguous between past and present, between me and you. The Daphnis lab seems smaller to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto. And that's obvious. No longer people-sized, she tears through it like worms in an apple. But there's a much bigger worm here, and she doesn't know anymore if this was a good idea. Where what was a good idea? Saturn doesn't have any ideas. She's just trying to hide, even though there's no place where you can just not be felt by me. Alert. Tidal resonance if confirms an enemy. Warning, gravitational hazard, danger, pressure exceeding the safe range. I know, it's extremely exciting. Stop making me so nervous. Supermassive, small enough to hide in this complex, but with a dual reactor denser than the entire moon compressed into the head of a pin. An hour ago in Saturn felt the gravitational pull of something so big and so close and so powerful the interior of her cockpit creaked with the pressure, and her head, heart, and eyes welled up with tears. Something that couldn't be anyone other than Pluto. Cool, she must be pretty big, so why is she so hard to find? Saturn has no idea. Why do I have the feeling someone's laughing at me? No one is laughing at Saturn. The lab's been abandoned for years. But Pluto, whatever she is, wherever she is, giggles. Not in a mean way, she really does think it's cute. I haven't thought about Pluto in a long time. Oh man, it really would be funny if she was in that monster. Well, now someone is laughing at Saturn. Hey, now I know someone's here. I can feel you listening. But I can hear you too. And I can catch you. You're not the only one who can fuck with the narrative. It's easy to catch someone. If you don't care, you might get caught yourself. Besides, if you want to drive someone wild, you gotta show them what you're worth catching. And that you're good enough to catch them too. The lab is dark, the malfunctioning lights cast an eerie glow, dying culture, without gravity to hold it together. But you can hear the faint laughter rippling in the gravity. That's where it's coming from. When you don't know the controls, mashing all the buttons at once is just as good. Gotcha! It's a hit. Her claws sink in. They tremble in the pressure. Whatever they've sunk into is bigger than belief. Kroom Macalla towers over Saturn. Pluto's ship is so big it barely fits in the complex, but it's only a speck compared to how big it feels. Supermassive enough to warp local space-time, humming and vibrating with nebula dust. Incredibly gentle, or she would have been destroyed. Or she would have destroyed Saturn and the whole complex without even trying. Oh well, you got me. No matter what size it appears, in the truest, most real sense of size, the ship is bigger than this moon, than anything Saturn can imagine. Stringer Pearls quickly flits away, but Kroom Macalla's grip is on her before she can twitch. And I've got you, Saturn. I was really surprised to see you like this. Cool, right? I've got poison now, too. Want to see if you're still the top weirdo psychic mutant in space? Oh wow, sounds really cool, but I don't know if you're ready yet. Want to bet? Sure. The string of pearls screeches and buckles as the dust ignites and a tiny portion of Pluto's tidal forces slam into her. Warning, gravity hazard. Yeah. Had enough? You kidding? Okay, we can turn it up. Whew. This is sure insane. It feels like my brain is melting into the universe. You're the one who wanted to show off. You don't have to do that to endear yourself to me, but if you really want to impress me, you're going to have to do better than that. Yeah? You're really still not impressed? Even by this? By what? Oh, that does sting. It spreads like a poison even through metal. It jumps like electricity but drips like a liquid, pink and impossible, and spreading quickly throughout the Kroom Macalla's body. So you're not just full of risky bad ideas. That makes me happy. I won't shut you down too hard. Okay, you win. You gonna be good now? Okay. So, what did you want to talk about? As Kratos graces glittering psychic death machine, you definitely have more important things to do than go out of your way to bully me for no reason, right? Oh, that's right. That man and the fleet are escaping, aren't they? Hope you don't mind falling for this trap. Trap? You? Silly, I know you're more important than that. More than catching the rest of the Celestial Mechanics fleet? I knew this would be fun, and you knew it too. I'm absolutely delighted about you doing that, just to be clear, so you don't have to read my mind or roast me about it. I can't read minds. You know that's not how it works. But I also don't need to know that. But I did want to know how the biggest overachiever of my juniors turned into such a bad girl. Hang on just a second, everybody. We're back. If you really remembered me, you would remember I wasn't ever good. I do remember you. If you're not that good at being bad, you don't know what you're doing. Do you know what you're doing? With that machine that's so dangerous we don't even want to find out what it does? I think you answered my own question about why I'm keeping it. Are you gonna stop me then? But you don't want to. Hey, stop. Don't pry into me. If you're pitying me, I'll make you regret it. Not all of us come out perfect like you. Some of us get thrown out before they see any use at all. I won't pity you. I really would have torn this machine apart. Now that I'm here, gifted little mutant to gifted little mutant, I can't bear to. Because some of us just haven't been thrown out yet. Lab-grown girls like us should stick together. I might still make you regret it. Winning isn't my most important task. Not yours either. You sure about that? You're not who I'm worried about. It's only your boss I can't forgive. I love hearing that. Tell me more. I'm getting a crush already. Regretting it now? Don't worry. There's nothing you can make me regret. Mercury, listen, it's an emergency. I'm sorry about everything, but it's important. You have to tell Commander that I'm getting so laid. I'm logging off. Bye. I was not fooled for even a second that this would be useful. Really? Not even for a second? I no longer experience hope as a concept. You freed me from it. Oh, stop, I'm blushing. What do you want from me, Saturn? Do you know any discreet places to make out do you know any discreet places to make out in on Ares? Goodbye, Saturn. Also, here's the test output to date. Saturn. Goodbye. Aren't you going to read me the data analysis? If it is indeed data you are sending this time and not just nudes. That's rude, I always ask before I send them to you. I don't mind acting as the official art director of Saturn's nude since it's needed so badly and is substantially less tedious than data analysis. But if you were as punctual about sending data as cockpit selfies, I would have a lot more data to report. Why are you so incredulous all the time? You saw the prototype, might I remind you? You can't just continue the field testing as if nothing happened. Why not? Because why would you do anything you didn't want to do? What are you planning? Oh, fine. They've been dying for it anyway. Cool, how'd I do? This is not bad. It's pretty useful. He typed through tears. Don't rub it in. Can't believe your ship self's expanded so much already. What have you been doing with it? I think I've been hinting very clearly now. I instantly regret this question. You're supposed to test the prototype in combat. Same difference. Can't believe we invented the ship. We invented a ship designed to get into trouble and didn't think. Oh, Saturn is the obvious choice for this. We both know why. You were an even more obvious choice than me. Fuck Iapis for throwing us to both out like trash. Come on, aren't you a little happy to see a little havoc in his perfect garden? I'll be looking forward to you collecting new data. Attaboy. Don't worry, it's just a checkup. Historically unworthy scenario. It's just questions, I promise. It's not really a good way to set my mind at ease. Let's just answer the questions. Okay, wise guy. Fine. Have you experienced a sense of vertigo or loss of balance for a period lasting more than 2 minutes in the last month? No. Have your eating habits changed at all recently? No. Have your... No. Mercury, work with me, please. Why? You work with me. If I absolutely promise neither I nor anyone else will do anything at all to stop you from being exactly who you want or whatever changes you need, will you at least answer my questions? Sometimes. Maybe. Okay, that's good enough for me. We're just curious if it's a side effect of life in space, or the educational programming of Dr. Nix, or in reference to the behavior of Ibidus. No, that's backwards. Everyone else seems to do whatever they want without limits in space. Why is it weird when I do it? We want to test for the effects of space alone, so self-induced changes have to be controlled for. Don't ask what's in my endocrine system. It's my endocrine system. Fine. It's testosterone. And I put it in there because I wanted it in there. Is that enough? Well, I guess that's was what we needed to know. Okay, so Mercury is trans male? That's awesome. Trans man. We love to see representation. Well, I guess that is what I needed to know. If you promise not to ask me about it again, I'll give you all the data I cataloged about the changes. Okay, I get it. You're starting to get it. Stop treating me like a girl and I'll know you've really got it. Well, that was cool. Please tell me how long you're going to be engaged in this. May I stress again, incredibly dangerous, giant waste of time. Until they start sending someone interesting after me, Mercury. The whole fleet would be after you if you hadn't damaged the entire launch hangar when you stole that. Could they even take me out while I'm flying this thing? No, but it won't stop him from trying. Let's stress this info packet. And let me stress this info packet is a gift purely to prevent your ship self from falling into enemy hands and not an indication of any sort of forgiveness. Let me worry about Apetus Mercury. He's going to be a lot less grumpy when I clear the way for us in celestial mechanics to return to the native sphere. I've got it all figured out. You absolutely don't. But, okay. Did you read the info packet? Ace Memorial Foundation pilot Luna Terra is in hot pursuit with escorts. Planned an attack on the lab, arrived after you escaped. Do not engage under any circumstances. Boring. But this part was good. I don't expect you to control your impulses, but even given that you're just like that, she is the last person you should be trying to fight on purpose. Sounds like I should definitely fight her on purpose, right? I hate you. Oh, come on, the carrier is never going to make it out of the system if I don't. You don't know how to pilot your ship, and she's a veteran since the Cold War. You're going to get yourself captured and humiliated and the ship trashed. So you're saying there's no downside? Why are you doing this to me? She's 6'1", huh? Your attention to detail is so useful sometimes. You're using me to cruise? Your taste is so awful. Ugh, I hate you. Oops, looks like one of her escorts is in range. Sorry, gotta go. Surprise is all I've got, you know. I wish Europa would stop sending me boys who can't control themselves. Having fun dismantling my escorts? With the string of Pearl's fingers, Saturn carefully peels the mechanical musculature out of the poor ship's arm she's holding, a souvenir of the last Lunatero's escorts that she sent crying too easily back to their base. It's still sparking and oozing, and Saturn wishes her ship had a mouth so she could suck it out like crab meat. Maybe it does have a mouth. The machine has many mysteries the manual doesn't explain, and Saturn is still learning them. Though I suppose Europa's learned her lesson about sending me girls who can't control themselves. Oh, really? Hey, that's really interesting. Mind telling me more? Oh, she's a hacker too. How amusing. There's nothing too interesting on this comm frequency. Ah, you flatter me. Nice, Schmorgs. I have no mouth, but I must scream at the people that I'm declawing. Not declawing, I'm clawing, not declawing. Hey, what do they mean exactly? The part about the girls who can't control themselves. I really want to hear more. It means back up that talk first. Or can you land a hit off the comms? Lunaterra's gravitational field yeah. Lunaterra's gravitational field focuses to a singular point. Lunaterra isn't bulging, she's been through much worse, and so is her ship, followed always by a thin trail from a bleeding wound she never could completely repair. The Mare Chrism is over 2 decades old, but Saturn can't even land a hit. It's regal and stiff, dressed in cold metallics, weathered and furbished. The archetypal prototype of all the other ship selves, still going after all these years. Still fiercely untouchable, the string of pearls hasn't gone down no matter how much she's been rammed with that spear, but she hasn't even nicked Lunaterra's ship once. Not bad at all for a joyride, but you can't get one hit in? Good thing you don't win by looking cool. No mercy for newbies? No. Lunaterra puts a stake of solid light through the string of Pearl's legs, pins it to its own gauze wrapper. It doesn't hurt at all. The ship's metals begin molding and reforming around the wound immediately. A ridiculous, unfair advantage. Saturn has no right to complain, but she still wants to. She's trying to be cool. Everyone wants to, when in the quiet gleam of that always bleeding ship. That's a pretty amazing ship. Think it'll last? Either you're fighting just for fun, because you're that reckless, or you're caught up in your own containment wrapper and can't escape orbit yet. And you'd beat me for sure if I played around. I'm not done yet. That's not true. It's actually very difficult to move with a solid light bullet in your leg, but she's not going to let that stop her. Saturn is suddenly closer than she logically could be, claws bubbling, but Lunaterra effortlessly slips away and kicks Saturn's ship directly in the chest. Yeah, you're done. The containment wrapper is still stuck to you, so your movement's off. Doesn't seem to have stopped you that much. Right? It was so rude of them to try to stop me. Seems cruel to take it away when you're having so much fun with it. Same as you, right? Do I know you? Everyone knows Memorial Foundation's perfect ace. But do I know you? So I do, don't I? Let me out of this thing and I'll tell you. Aha. Why should I? Because you can't help yourself? Besides, don't you want a real fight? Can you promise it'll go different? I can promise it'll be more fun. You're asking me to totally abandon my duty to bring you back and do that instead? What, you won't? The legendary pilot who defected from Memorial Foundation then double-crossed the rebels she abandoned them for can't be opposed to a little fooling around with the enemy. I guess you do know me. Want to trust each other? Or is it more fun if we don't? Damn. Interesting. I'm impressed. Most people would be nervous to have a knife this near their throat. It's not like it can hurt it. Not like you can hurt it, so there's nothing to be nervous about, is there? That's true. But you're so new to this, I thought your brain would be overriding the information from the ship. Maybe I'm not new to this. Oh, you were a candidate, so I think that might be true. But you're also trembling, so I think it's not completely true. I'm still very dangerous, you know, Lunaterra. I believe that for sure. You wouldn't be trembling if you were in my shoes? Less so. People tremble for a lot of reasons, though. I don't have anything to fear, so please don't project that on me. Ah, well, if you're fearless, what is it then? Could be anticipation, couldn't it? This is very foolish of me. It really is. I have you right where I want you, remember. That might mean I have you too. Your claws are twitching. I thought we promised not to trust each other. I still don't. Then you must really like living dangerously if you're still helping me. I'm having fun. I can tell. If you want to know so bad, that's why I didn't like you. Because you were a test pilot and never got to fly before the end of the Cold War while idiots like me got to? Ah, I thought so. So that's enough. Hold still. Everyone let you have as much fun as you wanted. You were a real huge jerk. I was always jealous of that. Everyone who let me get away with it regrets it now. There, done. Thanks. For all your hard work, I should leave you something to remember me by. Oh, ready to fight for real? Sorta already did. And Saturn has left a claw scratch of hot pink poison seeping on Mayor Chrysium's thigh. How's that? I finally did get a hit on you. Ha, good job. They break away, rocketing. Just a little love bite. Pay me back for it next time. Trust me, I will. That's awesome, Schmorgs. I'm happy to hear it. I am so happy to hear it. I'm glad Tomodachi Life is going so well for everybody, and especially you. I'm so glad that it is such a comfort game for a lot of people. It seems everybody's really getting into it, and that's awesome. Ever since the day Mars began, Mars has been doomed. No, there will never be a planet Mars. That's a name reserved for places where human life, gravity, and culture reign. This is just bitter Ares, but like the stingy, inedible weeds that grow when nothing else does, Kratos Graces is dug in and we can't get them out. Cool, Schmorgs, I'd love to see. The colonies are wrecked, the terraforming engines are broken, the gravity furnaces are out of control. There's no resources left on this planet, no strategic value. This planet doesn't even exist. It's an inert rock. There's no point in fighting. There's no need to fight. Ship selves can't keep you alive alone forever. And even if that was the case, we could leave tomorrow and claim victory. Most of the Memorial Foundation Nest fleet already dead. That's why there's barely any of us left and why we can't get them out. What? Why don't I go home too? Leave all those idiots just to fucking die on a rock? What do you think we're doing this for? External communication sent on August 31st, 1979 by Memorial Foundation troops. Hey, it's not like we're idiots. We know we're doomed. This planet still doesn't fulfill the requirements for human life, and life is just the start anyway. Don't you know that gravity is something more important? You do understand celestial mechanics, right? Matter is made of tiny particles, but enough of it exerts gravity that stitches the universe together. Culture is made of tiny humans, and enough of it together can decide what's real and what isn't. It's really fucked up that this is how decisions about humans get made. Enough humans can decide anything, and then it'll be true even about what's human and what's not. You don't even have to wait for the deadline. They've already decided what any human without their feet planted on Earth is, in fact, not a human. That's a pretty unusual thing. That's a pretty usual thing for humans to do. No differences of any kind need to exist. We'll just be aliens, and then they'll send the real military after us, and we'll die. But if we just hold the line here for our princess to get through and make it to the moon, she'll open up the gravity well, and then we get to decide. Internal communication sent on January 25th, 1981 by Cradle Grace's irregulars. It's morning on Ares, but what time in space? But what's time in space? If we can get our capital ship launched and refueled and the prototype retrofitted with the final equipment, we'll have everything in place. Keep out the canyons of Mars where Cradles, Graces, and Memorial Foundation are bickering. Hold the city ruins against invading troops and make sure no one tries to set the oxygen ocean on fire while we refuel. It's a pretty thankless job, but me, I can't wait to see what happens. This is the most exciting space has ever been. Before we got here, this was a dead rock, but the best we could have ever hoped for was Earth in a different place. Who needs that? Far in the distance, the moon's gravity well shines. If no one controls it before the deadline is up, Earth will take drastic steps to ensure that humanity is not divided. What they're afraid of happening, we will ensure that it happens. We finally have something alien in space. Private communication sent on January 26, 1981 by a celestial mechanics researcher. Be careful today. I'm never careful any day, so I'm serious this time. Happiness is in the field today. I don't know where he's fighting, but you should be careful. Geez, you worry too much. Obviously, because you give me so much to worry about. I mean, are you really worried? His ship self is actually not that scary. Not as scary as mine. As if that was a thing I was worried about. What then? Oh, I'm not even thinking about letting our mutual ex touch me. I won't even fight him. I'll curve him the second his tide so much as I'll curve him the second his tide so much as tremble against my plating. Why would you worry? I don't even slightly hate him less than you do. There's no possible way you hate him more than I do, but that's not the issue. That's never the issue with him. Hating him hasn't made him any easier to deal with. We were kids though. We're older and wiser now. LMAO. Haha. At least you are Mercury. Hardly. Or I wouldn't be telling you. You remember how he just casually lingered his fingers a second too long on your shoulder? In front of everyone? Ugh. Ugh. It was so gross. It was so gross. And I loved the attention every time. It made me so smug. I loved it. It was gross. I hate him. Do you love yourself enough not to fall for it again? I definitely hate him enough to not fall for it. Do you? No, obviously. I'm still in celestial mechanics, so how do you think I feel? You're Soren. You've got a stupid idiot who loves you and you get to do research and never have to deal with him again. And with this ship self, we'll have the future. No matter what, I'll make sure he won't. The string of pearls is configured for specified outward expressions of gravity tidal forces. The dissonant rhythm of this reactor makes peaceful tidal communications risky and difficult. Be cautious despite the range and penetration this unit is capable of. The electromagnetic conductors have liquefied the electrical energy into a corrupting material, a form of theoretical matter that should be used as the primary engagement tool. As a seducer-saboteur model, the unit's functions are inherently insidious. Rather than armor, the plastics are infinitely malleable and regenerate. It's safer to take damage head-on as an opportunity to inject rather than avoid. Infect rather than to avoid. But the unit can be contained, restrained, and impeded physically entirely. Oh my god, sorry for getting back to you so late, but I was in the middle of a meeting. My phone buzzed so much the director asked me if I needed to take a call. I swear you did this on purpose. I don't think you really need feedback on your nudes that quickly, even though, yes, they are really important to me and I can't stop thinking about them or getting any of my work done, and my presentation suffered greatly for my lack of focus. I expect you to prepare for a little payback, and after I send you my schedule so that this wouldn't happen again, even. Hey, you wouldn't have asked me for my meeting time so that you could send those to me at the worst possible moment, would you? I already know the answer to that, so why don't you tell me this? Why can I never get enough of you? Ooh. 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 I like what I see. 400mm kiss. Deep dive. Saturn, what are you doing? Disabling all comms and diving supports and... Oh, you're still here? I thought I cut this channel too. Well, I should go ahead and shut it. Don't you dare cut me off. You can listen if you promise not to whine or stop me. I would do no such thing and you cannot make a deal with me. Awesome! That's amazing, Sam! That's awesome! Happy for you. I hope it is delicious. God, now I can't stop looking at this character, Sam, and going, oh my god, they come from Steven Universe or OKKO. It literally looks like that art style, that cow art style. I'm simply stating a fact, not making an argument. Ugh, just why, Saturn? Why are you such an incorrigible, petulant nightmare? After you were probationally forgiven for doing a very good job not getting string of pearls ruined or captured, and Command even decided to give you the job of sparking the gravity engine that will take our fleet back to the native sphere. I would think you wouldn't be so into pressing your luck recklessly. But everyone except for you is so annoying. They're annoying because whatever is causing the tidal interference from the bottom of the oxygen ocean is almost certainly that Cradle Grace's weapon, and they have no reason to believe you're going to be loyal. Every single second of the day you are horrid and undisciplined, and your brief periods of obedience only seem to exist to throw everyone off later. I mean, if you want me to cover for you, you have to play along a little. Why are you like this? Years of encouragement and grooming followed by abandonment and neglect. You know that. Same as you. Same for the pilot you're after, too? Is that why? In a different way, but I think so. Enemy or not, I want to talk. I think I'm getting somewhere. I'm not gonna get to talk if you, and I'm not going to get to talk if you all are interfering. Why couldn't I get that sentence out? What if she doesn't want to just talk? Then you'll really appreciate me cutting the cables before she pulls all of you down there with me. Why is it so important to you anyway? You'll really jeopardize the whole operation for that? But you don't think I have my own cunning master plan? It's way better than his. Supposedly nothing can stop the Cran Makala. It's better to find out if that's true sooner than later. Fighter or talk? Which is it? How are they any different? Anyways, don't worry about when the connection accidentally breaks. I'll be fine, promise, and you will be too. Yes. The balance shifts because Pluto tugs and Saturn yields. The oxygen ocean is a peaceful place because everything about it destroys everything else. You can enjoy complete privacy under the curtain of the oxygen steam, drink all the fuel and air you want, and no vessel can survive the temperature and pressure conditions below. Oh, that's awesome, Sam. That sounds like a fun time. I'm so happy for you. That sounds like a great night. That's absolutely wonderful. You can enjoy complete privacy under the curtain of the oxygen steam, drink all the fuel and air you want, and no vessel can survive the temperature and pressure conditions below. You can float as long as you want or wait until your hull turns brittle and breaks, or your organic components oxidize and explode. Celestial Mechanics has covered their wayward pilot's machine in temporary armor layers to seal out the unknown interface of gravity and seeping oxygen. Additional temporary armor layers might not be necessary, but they also might be. The Celestial Mechanics fleet tenders to lower the string of pearls and slowly, just to make absolutely sure. It feels wonderfully cold, like a spare blanket taken from the attic in winter. Pluto is there, deep down, deep down, and when Saturn slips in, she feels the ripples, as if they were in opposite ends of the same perfectly still pool. The feeling is wonderful. Saturn's surprised that that's true. How do you know that? Wait, who is you? How do I know what? Saturn, who are you talking to? We're asking for confirmation to lower you. Yeah, I've been ready. Sorry, I got distracted. You must be if you're apologizing. There's someone down there. She's speaking to me. No, she's trying to eat me alive. Or maybe it's really hard to tell the difference. Awesome. It's familiar. I'm so stoked. Take me down. The ocean boils whenever she touches it, even with the external equipment. There's no way to rely on sight, and the pragmatic influence is too erratic for sensors to process. She can only feel her way, for both of them. The cable to your left is extremely important. It's the only way we have of communicating and monitoring your situation. Uh-huh. So you need to be extremely careful with it. Are you listening? Yes, but not to you. Shh. There's definitely someone here. Lower me. It's reaching out. Saturn feels funny. Something's not quite right, like something's watching her. It's like someone's watching me. But it's also not like someone's watching me. It's like someone's watching her, but something isn't watching her. It's touching me. Something is touching Saturn. Its hands see her, and they also speak. It's saying something. The ocean ripples with boredom. It's really boring down here. But what else is Pluto going to do? Some girls just get stuck with the worst jobs. But I've got to do it. With nothing to do but send insinuations throughout the narration. So are you coming or what? I've got her again. Tidal spikes detected. Mass gravity alert. Lower me further. Saturn, we're pulling you out. Oh, not just yet. Hi Saturn. Hi Mercury. Sorry, I'm borrowing her for a little bit. Saturn's cockpit flashes with alarm lights of an imminent high-intensity gravity event, but it's too late. String of pearls discharges its electromagnetic field and delicately breaks off the winch. Saturn, what are you... The string of pearls cleanly slices off the left communication wire and the pulley system. The silence of the oxygen ocean reminds her of a sensory deprivation take. What a good girl. Hey, don't praise me like that. I wanted to speak to you again. Damn it. I cut both wires, even ship-to-ship comms are down. Saturn, can you hear me? Would you hear me if I spoke with the ship? It's been such a long time since anyone could hear it. What? Saturn's fart pit? Farpus? Saturn's Farpus. What? Holy shit, that is cursed and beautiful. The artistry on that is amazing. Oh my god, Schmorg, absolutely wonderful. Holy shit. My goodness. Pluto's tidal reactor pulses slowly. The thrum feels like it's coming from everywhere. Oh, I get it. You want to talk with gravity. Well, I'm not some miracle child, even though they tried very hard to make me as good as you.